dropping knowledge on GRAMBO grows. Talking about plants and how they go. Let's go. From seeds to the cure, we always smoke pure. Nothing but good vibes up in here. We blaze the ganja, keep it fire. GRAMBO grows, burning desire. Learn about cultivation, step by step. You can. I got the negativity. Cannabis vibes on here. GRAMBO grows, lines up here. I'm with you tonight.
There is nothing but good vibes up in here, despite the chaos of the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Late Night Smoke, your last chance to get all things cannabis and smoking, token, and joking, as I like to say. It's I did a poll one time. I was like, is there a difference between smoking and token? And the answer was yes. So I'm listing them as two different things. Welcome to the Late Night Smoke. My name's Josh GRAMBO. Where have I been? I've been through hell and back, my friends. Where's the cannabis industry been? Through hell and back. And I don't know if it's been back just yet, but things are changing, and not all of it's good. I'd say almost none of it's good, but nothing's changed fully yet. But perception is reality, as we all know, just like with fiat currencies, belief, manifestation. If you believe, it happens. If we believe that there's problems, then there's going to be problems. And so right now, I think all of us are on board. It's been a little bit chaotic of late. So let's talk about it. I'm fresh out of the hospital. Wasn't anything too crazy. Had a little mineral deposits in the old kidney that coalesced into a stone-like object and needed to be passed. Some call it a kidney stone. And it sounds like a silly thing, but dear God, bro, I had a 6 millimeter kidney stone. Now, I live in America, so I don't know how much that is in Canadian metric units, but I hear tell it's a sizable mineral deposit making its way through all my precious nibbly bits, and it hurt like a mofo. And so after 2 visits, I made it through. I think I made it through. I'm doing the protocol. I've only had 1 Red Bull this week. I'm fucking toning it down, y'all. I'm starting slow. So I'm very stoked. It's been a long week. I missed last week's episode. I will be rescheduling the guest from last week. And then I don't drink soda. I don't drink no soda. I literally Red Bull and water. That's all I drink. And the sweet juices of young, never mind. And so I've been living fairly healthy, but I was getting them. I got my first kidney stone at age 16. And I got them about every 4 years. So it was like 16, then like 21-ish, and then like 20. And so I moved here. I haven't had one in over 15 years. Thought maybe it's like, all right, corrected the diet. Don't drink any soda. Cleaned up my diet and everything. And just being what do we got here? We got about 1/4 inch. All right. My man, Travis, you speaking American, bro. I appreciate that, my friend. Goddamn. Tell me what it is in my tongue, you foreign devils. And so, it's been crazy. And then, so my guest today had a very sick daughter and wasn't able to attend. And I was like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to stay in bed, just rock it out. The GramFam and the Borg members, y'all will understand. But at the last minute, they say not all heroes wear capes, but some of them have dreadlocks. And I texted actually, he texted me. He's checking up on me. He's like, hey, Grandpa, how's you doing after the kidney stone? I said, not too bad. By the way, what are you doing? And he rolled in his house like 10 minutes ago, set up his mic, set up all this stuff. And he came in to save the day. And so let's just get into it. That's enough about me. And I will say before we get started, thank you, Tallboy, for the 5 gift subs. Welcome the 5 new members of the GramBorg. And Tallboy, throwing the $2 at you. I appreciate that. That all goes to the Mo Grows Fund and the camera crew for the reserve. Shout out to Kyle Terps. He's holding it down out there. I've been AWOL for the last week. He's been setting up the reserve solo. He's got a lot of pretty girls around him, so don't worry about old Kyle. He's doing just fine. And Master Free Kill, welcome for 5 months. Staying warm. Thank you, my friend. So from the GramBorg members and the GramFam, let's welcome in all of the folks from the Irie Army and bring in the captain, the savior, Rasta Jeff.
Yo, what's up, Grambo? Thank you for having me, bro. Big cheers, big
Thank
salute.
you. You came in late. You texted me. You're like, bro, I got like, I'll be like in the 10 minutes before the show starts. But if you're good, and I was like, let's go, baby. I shaved my cheeks.
Yeah,
Didn't
we're
shave my neck.
professionals. Well, I got it's Sunday, bro. We can have a fuzzy neck on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be good. I need to put the Sicko Grows signal out. Sicko Grows changed my whole life, my whole grooming thing. Changed me as a man. I need my groom. I need a man to groom me. If you know
That
what I'm
sounds
saying.
odd, but I get you. It's
You
good
know,
to see
I'm
you.
not looking for Puff Daddy here. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah, well, on behalf of the whole audience, though, I want to say it's good to see you doing well, man. It's good to see you doing well. We were all worried about you. Everybody that knew what was up, we were all worried.
Yeah.
Everybody's messaging and checking in. That stuff is not fake, bro. We do love you. We do care about you. We want to make sure that all of our community as well. So it's good to see you doing good, man. Good to see you in good spirits. You came in hot with some energy today, bro. I like it.
I came in with some. It's once the camera goes on. I literally walk around like a lump. Once you put the mic in my hand or the mic in front of my face, it's got a sparkle.
I'm happy to come in and be your Elway this week, bro. I'll come in and rescue shit for you.
Yeah, I want to pretend like I know what that means. I was looking at this to be a big year. The year I moved here, 2015, the Broncos won with Manning at the finger in the balls. And I was like, this is the year. It's going to be another awesome year. This 2026, where me and Kyle are starting the reserve. We're moving this cannabis thing into football forward. And then they lost.
Don't watch games. You're bad luck. You jinx us.
Yeah, I don't watch it. It was too. What I'm actually more bummed about is our dude Grows had Patty the Batty on the show. He apparently knew of the Dude Grows show. He DM'd the One-Eyed Cat over on Instagram and said, "Hey, I'd love to come on if you guys would ever have me." So we had Patty the Batty on the show, and he lost yesterday. So that actually bums me out more than the Broncos. Shout out to Patty.
Too much pizza for the dude. I heard him say that he'd rather eat pizza than have abs. So maybe he learned something.
Yeah, I believe one of his quotes was like, "Every person you see with abs is sad. Just know that they're sad and angry."
I prefer tacos over abs. That's for sure. I agree.
Yes. No, you don't to achieve the goals that we're looking to achieve, Jeff. So
we're over here talking like we know sports, bro. This is so funny. Two ganja dudes talking about sports.
I know nothing about sports.
Make it so we make it, baby.
Yes, exactly. And then speaking of a good friend out there, thank you, Chunky Nugs, dropping another 5 gift subs. Welcome the new 10 GramBorg members. We do a post show after this. Things just keep going crazy, but I got a lot of dirt to dish, a lot of a dish to dirt, and as they say, or as they don't say. And so, Jeff, you should know more than anyone. We are in a weird time in the cannabis industry. We were texting last night, and I said to you, I was like, I thought that as cannabis was going on, I never thought I would be more scared of all the infrastructure collapsing underneath us than I would be the police. I don't worry about the police ever, but I worry about the YouTube content moderators. I worry about the payment processors. I worry about the ISP providers. They're all coming at us hard, buddy. And I know you're feeling that. Bro.
You're stressing me out suddenly. I was having a good night. No, you are absolutely correct. We're in right before we came on here, I opened up my laptop to come onto the show, and I had an email. I said, "What's this?" It's YouTube, and it says, "We have removed another one of your videos." Just about every single day, they take down one of my videos. And it shows you why. It says, check it about 30 seconds and see why your video is removed. Dude, it's during the intro song. The music is playing. There's nothing happening. It's music. And they say that my content is my music is harmful and dangerous. Imagine my content.
Well, music, maybe their taste is just getting crazy. You can't account for taste. These algorithms, man, they don't like certain kinds of music. They got you.
True.
They got you.
But one day I did wake up, and everyone's like, hooray, the government is back in action. Oh, by the way, all you seed sellers are going to be screwed November 13th. There was no warning, no foresight, no, hey, they're thinking about this. It was, we woke up one day and this rule passed. Good luck, adjust. You get 11 months, make this shit happen.
Yes. And so everything, once again, it's always the thing of like, people are like, I wish the government would get something done. And in my personal case, like, I'm fine if they just do nothing. Nothing would be great. If you let's just keep, going on. But once again, if there's things I know less about sports, it's politics. I don't know nothing about that. But it's affecting us. It's one of those things, talking with Gabe from Jug Dealers, he's very much of the mind of like, look, nothing actually has happened. They changed it once. They could change it again. hopefully I'm seeing a lot of people that, are islands in their own little world, kind of coming together, signing some petitions. I don't know all what they're doing, but they're doing it. And,
Right. There are a few good people fighting on our team. There are a lot of industries that whole industry that will go under. The hemp industry will die. A lot of Kentucky will be screwed, and they are completely innocent in all of it. They're following all of the rules, all of the guidelines, but they will be completely shut down. People will lose jobs, homes, lives, cars, full incomes, and lives will be uprooted. So it's interesting to see. We need people to lobby against it. There was another podcaster. They gave us a phone number to call and an email to send to contact our local representative. And there was actually a script in his podcast. I think it was ICANN Matt, to be honest with you. He gave us basically a script to say, hey, email these people and say this. So we need to reach out and find our right representatives and tell them we do not want this bill passed. That's the only way to do it at this point.
We'll direct you guys over. ICANN is he's not a practicing attorney these days, but he was a UK bar certified attorney for a long time, and is a real honest to God lawman. And he's over his ICANN THC channel. Once again, Barry, he cannot get anything past the bots, but he started Legal News Network. So I encourage everyone, go over, follow Legal News Network. He actually does know about things, and he'll give you the real recommendations to find the right people in charge. And I think that's one of the conspiracy theories that I have about the world, is that they convince us that we have no power. We do have a little bit of power. We just have to consolidate and kind of find a common voice and reach out to the right people and let them know we're a giant voting block and we're not thrilled with what's going on, man.
Right. Well, I know that we've got power because my friend Mike and I'll leave more. I'm just tagging on to Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
Big shout out to Mike.
Co-captain of the Irie Army.
Yes, sir. He was a big part of the legalization movement here in my city. He was a big part of getting the dispensaries going here. He formed a lot of the rules here. So I know that we can do it. We used part of his initiative to vote on, and the people voted, and we have medical marijuana in my city and dispensaries available because of the people, because Mike rallied the people and we got enough signatures and enough votes. So we can do it. It's funny how a lot of us didn't care about politics until it came to weed. And now all of us sound like armchair lawyers just because of ganja.
I mean, isn't that like the case for everything? You don't care until it shows up in your backyard. That's and then all of a sudden, hey, wait, what's going on? I got something to say all of a sudden.
Yeah, you're going to take away my football? No way.
Yeah. I heard that they're going to ban the NFL along with seeds. Everyone contact your representatives. That's what I heard.
Yep.
That's what I heard, man.
Start getting your football games in as quick as you can. Stack up on football games. All right, we're silly tonight. So, I'm glad you're back.
I'm all pent up. I'm like, literally, I told you, I live by the crappiest ER in all of Colorado. The 6th and Broadway, Denver Health. It is chaos. And the pain starts coming up. I'm like, bro, I have to call an Uber and just go in. And I realize as I'm calling, I go, dude, it's 6:30 on a Friday. It was chaos. It was just nothing but chaos. The smell in there was palpable. There's maniacs. There was like a girl who her family is all gathered crying. It's like, she's in there. It's like, I don't even want to know what's happening over there. And so it gave me some perspective. I was like, you know what? Even though I'm in a lot of pain passes. All things will pass. I was like, I'm in a good place. I got a lot of good friends. I got a lot of opportunity in this world. And so it cheered me up. Even though I went through a lot of chaos, it gave me a lot of perspective. Life is good. Life is what you make it. I could tell you a big story about how life sucks right now and everyone's coming after me and blah, blah, blah. But that ain't the line. What is the line, fam? Nothing but good vibes up in here. That's what it is. Bro.
That's it. And nobody wants to hear us complain. We can complain, and then it just spreads that negative nonsense. Come and figure out how to beat it, how to fight it, how to solve it, and take the lesson and win.
Buddy told me about the Franz Kafka story, the bug, about him turning into a bug and everything. Changed my whole life. It's just the deeper you go into negativity, you turn into the bug. Yeah, everyone turns against you. And then you die starving on the sidewalk with your little feel, So no matter how bad it gets, just stay positive, man. It's cheesy, it's stupid, but literally good vibes. They manifest reality, man. Like I said, with fiat currencies, the fact that we believe in it makes it real. I don't know what bigger of a sign I need that belief changes the world.
If you guys see me doing weird stuff down here below the camera, don't think it's weird. I'm moving my dreadlocks. These dreads do I'm sitting on a bar stool and these dreads go to the floor, so I'm just making sure I don't step on them is what I'm really doing here. I know it looks
That's
weird. I'm all
crazy, man.
fiddling down here a lot while we're talking. You know, you're cute, but
You
not
know,
that cute, Grambo.
every now and then, like it's almost like phantom limb syndrome. I will dream about, and I'll have hair in the dream. I don't dream about having hair, but I had it used. Maybe I had this crazy dream the other night that I had thick, luscious hair and it was brown and then like dyed rainbow underneath, and I just looked like a sexy millennial. I was just fit, and I woke up bald and in pain.
Relieved. I would have been relieved if I had rainbow hair and woke up bald. I would have been like, yes.
No, no. I'm telling you, I look damn Let's Play YouTuber in 2012.
Nice.
I was a scene boy. Remember those, the scene kids?
I was just about to ask, what would the name of your band be if you had to be in one of those bands? If you had the tight pants and rainbow hair, what's the name of Grambo's band?
Touch me no more, one more time, you know? Oh no, touch me no more.
You ever asked a question and then knew immediately you did not want to know the answer?
Yeah. But I do gotta. I've been planning this like part hip hop, part metal, part EDM band. It's all cannabis themed for years, called Possession with Intent, and the roots are finally starting to take hold. 15, 20 years after the first idea, it's finally coming together. So I'll be making an EDM metal band soon, Jeff.
I know a drummer.
I know you'll love that.
I know a drummer. Hey, I've played drums since I was 14 years old, bro. So we can
dude, between like, because I was talking with ICANN THC, he's a vocalist, hip hop artist, and I was like, dude, we get a couple more. We get cannabis super group, bro.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'll get on stage at the DGC Cup and just rock out, charge extra.
That would be pretty sick. DGCcup.com tickets are available, by the way. Just to show, they will sell out. It's a whole thing.
I will be there. Come check out the Irie Genetics booth. Not to be that guy, but with the seed ban coming, the DGC Cup will be big for you stocking up on your seeds. They're in November. We won't be unless this extension or unless something changes. We will not be allowed to ship seeds after November 13th. So come to the DGC Cup and get your stash, get stocked up, because I'll be there with a
so I have to feature, put the poo emojis in chat. What would my band meet? It would be the Poo Fighters. If you know, you know.
I
haven't seen that girl in a long time. Let's leave it there. Wow. GramBorg members know.
Hey, that's a chat for after this. We're gonna have to hang out.
Yeah. Oh, bro, if I know any, it's you and Kyle, extract seller Kyle. We all share a lot of common values, and there will be lots of he's hanging out with Bubble Man from Canada, talking about putting on some cool hash events here soon. So we're gonna be stepping up, covering that elite. Denver's had a lot of not low class, but you just run into, when you have open party things and anyone can buy a ticket for $15, you get a lot of knuckleheads causing trouble. And so he's in the process of starting a fully private exclusive club, club model of just showcasing hash, having the best hash makers around. And there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. So you'll be welcome to some of those parties as we get going. I'm telling you that, my friend.
I cannot wait. I know a guy that likes to take fat dabs at good hash.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
I love it. And then I got a shout out. Thank you to the godfather of the GramBorg, LJ Jones. Welcome the 5 new members of the GramBorg. Resistance is futile. Assimilation. I named my crew the GramBorg. I didn't really know what the Borg was. Did you know what Star Trek? You ever watch Star Trek?
Oh, yeah. No, I can't get into it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm fucking Gramanitas. I've been doing my homework this week. I've been learning about the Borg.
You've had time. Cool. You've had time to do things, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I've had time, bro.
I feel like growing up, you had to choose. It was like Crips or Bloods, and it was Star Wars or Star Trek. And I chose Star Wars, bro. That was just my thing.
Yeah. I went neither. I went drugs. That was the path I chose.
Yeah, you went not a virgin forever is the path you chose.
Yes. But I love, I've always loved the Star Trek. That one of the things that changed my life about Star Trek is they have, it seems like a smart show written by smart people, and they have the prime directive. The thing that's more important than anything else in their thing. I was like, what's the prime directive? And so as I'm sitting in the ER and there's all this chaos around me, I just remembered the prime directive. We do not interfere with civilizations less advanced than ourselves. So when there's a maniac over here and I go, should I intervene? I go, the prime directive says no.
That's it.
I should sit my ass down and just stay where I'm at.
You may have seen me grab a pen and paper just now. I got a new strain coming out. It's called the Prime Directive. You guys stay tuned. That's a fucking strain name waiting to happen. I called it. I claimed it. It's mine. No one take it. If it's already taken, you're cool and you fucking
got
win.
it, baby.
Fine,
You got
bro.
it. Welcome to the GRAMBOnitis approves.
Shout out to GRAMBO, the prime directive. Big shout out to all of your gang in the chat here. As soon as you said not all heroes wear capes, some have dreadlocks, your chat went crazy showing me love. So shout out to the whole chat there for being super kind to me. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Fist bump to the chat. A big shocker to the chat. Love you guys. That's awesome.
How lucky are we to have this community? It legitimately shocks me. I always tell the story. Before Dude Grows, I was freelancing. I was working over on Upwork.com, taking whatever freelance gigs I could get. And I got this great gig with this sleep education company, essentially doing what we do with growing, but just like about sleep. 10 techniques to help you sleep. Yeah. The hate that would come through the comments, they hated it. They was like, how dare it work? Fucking, sleep apnea. That's not going to work for me. And so I've always just been shocked. The amount of love in this community never ceases to amaze me. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out. I see the Irie Army out there. We got the Irie Army. There they are right there. Always sweet one.
Yeah, that's Val. Val's always sweet. We love Val. She's in my Discord all the time. She's one of the best. We love Val.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you bringing. Val's going to bring my my female viewership numbers up. 5% and growing, Jeff. 5% and growing.
Val's an awesome lady. She'll bring some friends around.
Love it. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And so for people that don't know, I suppose we should kind of throw out there when they did the THCA, they accidentally legalized weed when they put their farm bill through, and with the THCA thing, and then they went to correct that. And when they did that, they put a little bit more wording in there that any seed that has the potential, right, the potential to grow out anything, what was it, 3% THC, some ridiculous
0.3%. 0.3%. So currently the threshold is 0.3 to qualify as hemp. And so we can ship seeds because seeds don't have any THC. You can smoke all the seeds you want. You're going to get a headache, not a buzz.
Yes.
But like you said,
take me back to 1996, Jeff. Take me back to 1996.
We've all tried it, bro. But now,
yes.
Now they want to change it to potential cannabinoid content of that seed. And since and then it makes it a federal crime if you ship that seed. Oh, he said 0.3. Somebody said 0.3. Yes. If we ship that seed and then they grow that plant and it contains more than 0.3, we have now committed a federal crime shipping that seed. And any grower breeder knows that there's variation in plants, in phenotypes, in flowering times,
in growing styles.
Yeah, and a grower may just accidentally get it, and we can't discriminate on certain seeds, but even the hemp industry, sometimes they may accidentally get a hot seed and they've got to ruin their crop. Now, instead of ruining their crop, they've committed a federal crime having that hot seed or shipping that hot seed. Not just having it, but shipping it.
So we live in the world of precog. Anyone that saw Minority Report with Tom Cruise, the precog crime movie? I can't let's know in the.
I know as much about movies as I do sports, buddy.
Really? Yeah, I used to be the cable guy. I used to know everything about everything. Is it the let us know in the chat. But there's the movie about pre-crime. And the Trailblazer, I know Trailblazer knows. He says I'm correct. TB, he always knows the good stuff. And so, we live in that world of pre-crime where like he throws him a ball, right? And he catches it. And he's like, why did you catch that? He goes, because it was going to hit the floor. And he goes, exactly. If you didn't intervene, it was going to hit the floor. Crimes are crimes, even if they haven't been committed yet. Just like that ball was going to hit the floor. It was going to hit the floor. I know. And so it's like, and the whole point of that movie was that that's not cool and you shouldn't do that. And then now we live in a world of like, we're precogging seeds. Like, oh, well, it has the potential to do it. Yep. Oh my God.
Yeah. The potential to produce. And it depends on who grows it, right? Well, no, not like most of the time it's going to come up, right? If you do it right.
It's going to come up above 0.3, but still, it feels icky.
Right.
I don't know.
A lot of the hemp industry has to cut plants down early or they will pass that threshold. So that's why the hemp industry is kind of screwed, because a lot of their plants and a lot of the product is over that percentage. So now they can't get their seeds next year because it'll be over 0.3.
And so then extending right from there, where it's like, well, okay, they give you some runway for that, right? All right, you got until November, yada, yada, yada. Things could change. They could get better, could get worse. Who knows? But in the meantime, we have all the infrastructure that we alluded to earlier, whether it's the very platform we're on, YouTube so goddamn much. I started my first YouTube channel in 2006. I've loved it. It was invented in '04. So like, a year and a half after it was invented, I was here. I got a little opioid addiction in '07. That set my whole YouTube career back a good decade and a half. But I love this platform. I don't watch TV. I don't watch sports. I don't watch movies. I don't play video games. I just watch YouTube. I study YouTube. I love this platform. I love everything about it. And so I really, really want to stick by it. And, like shout out to Huygen. They, they're a young, good looking hip couple. So they abandoned it. They went over to Twitch, which I'm thinking about streaming over to Twitch. So if anyone is a Twitch user, it's easy enough to simulcast from YouTube and over there. I don't want to abandon YouTube. And boy, they've been coming hard and fast videos, because that's one of the things. Even if you clean up your act today, Rasta Jeff, today you clean up your act, you say, I'm not going to even say the word "see." We got this whole back catalog. Yep. And like, you'll get dinged for a video that happened 2 years ago. And I go, what am I supposed to do? Delete my whole life?
I'm just letting them do it. They're doing it slowly for me. Yeah, one episode at a time. It's about every other day, honestly. I wake up and there's hey, we just took down one of your videos, and they're in the 500s now. They're hitting my episodes in 500 and something. So I've got
you're up in the upper thousands, right?
I'm at 915, I think, is what just came out.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, they got 400 episodes to go, and hopefully I go faster than them. Hopefully, but we never know. Yeah.
And then from there,
go ahead.
I was going to say, then you got like, so everyone that's a Jug Dealers stand, they're like, hey, you guys haven't been posting anything or doing anything over there. And I go, oh, well, we got locked out. Our payment processors, all the big three that will accept, we went with this Uscreen format. That's like a whole like subdomain within your, it's a generating a paywall, a community, a membership program. I spent 6 weeks learning it inside and out, creating subdomains, linking HTTP to RSS to blah, who the hell even knows. And then everyone's like, hey, well, your guys aren't updating. You go, well, all three payment processors have, because the Jug Dealers are cannabis related. They sell plant nutrients. What the hell, man? They sell fulvic acid. It's nothing. So not only are they kind of censoring us up front and just even talking about this, don't be surprised. Once again, subscribe and share this video with a grower friend on social media. YouTube loves eating Meta's lunch. So if you post a video over on Meta and they're having a session on Meta and they leave it to come over to YouTube, YouTube loves that. So share this video on social media, because it's probably going to end up in the tank. Who knows? You never know with anything. And so, yeah, we got the platforms that we connect with our communities kind of going south. We got the payment processors, of which we rely on to move money around. And who else aren't I thinking of? There's at least one more big player that's kind of turning their back on us. I don't know.
Well, I hate to bring them in, but IG, the whole Instagram, hates me.
Well, Meta, yeah, those
guys, that is Meta, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are, which is really weird, because Facebook is fairly lenient on cannabis and IG is absolutely abhorrent on. And everyone's like, well, go to X. Hey, Jug Dealers got banned from X.
Really?
Why? Who the hell knows? They don't tell you. And so we did nothing over there.
I post like crazy on X. I put a straight link to the product that's on sale. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, whatever, glow stick seeds on sale now, with a picture and a link straight to that item. And on X, I'll put that up there, and it works. They never take me down. I get a lot of shares there. So I've been posting on X like crazy. What's the other one? TikTok. Somebody I know did a video with a bong in the background on TikTok. They took down their entire account because the bong was in the background. They didn't hit it. They didn't smoke out of it. The video had nothing to do with it. It was just there. So,
bro, that's a water pipe, and how dare you? It's for tobacco use only.
Yep. It was all AI anyway. It wasn't even really there.
All AI. I was saying, like, I'm going to start having like 12% of all my content AI generated, so that way legally in court I can say, fucking that never happened. But we crossed the episode. I follow a lot of accounts on YouTube, and just all things art, content creation, all things back end media. And my timeline is just covered in, like, we've crossed the threshold. You can't tell anymore. And so, like, in the spirit of nothing but good vibes, we don't invoke any politicians, but there's certain popular politicians that now they can stand right in front of you and go, I didn't say it.
Right.
It wasn't me. It was AI. And I have no choice but to go, probably was. I've seen some crazy, when they got Maduro, the memes of him DJing, like, he's like DJing with his water bottle, and I'm like, bro, it's like it's photo real. I couldn't tell what was real and what wasn't.
There is so much content of you and I on the internet that they can make us do whatever they want at this point. Yeah, you're going, don't give me the idea. Too late, bro.
No, I've showed my butthole. Like, just take it all, man. Put the poo emojis in chat.
There's videos of me doing shit I've never done in places I've never been, and people send them to me occasionally. I've got one friend on my Discord who, bro, you may need an AI intervention. There is real life. TARDIS, put down the AI. I love you, bro, but step away from the machine. But TARDIS will send me crazy videos of me doing stuff that has never happened. And I'm like, this looks like I'm doing this, except for my seventh finger. You know, it all looks really real. But yeah, they give you extra fingers or something in AI.
Oh, and then here's one of my perpetrators right here, One-Eyed Cat. He sends me this thing of me and Scotty and Brett, like all in this, like I'm this hot chick, like all with the. I was like, how do you make me into a hot chick? And I was a hot chick. I appreciate you, Cat.
That takes a lot of AI.
Oh man, the AI is strong with these ones. It's just crazy. That's why it's like, did that girl poop on me? No, I don't think so. It was just a dollop. She didn't poop on me.
It was all AI, bro. It wasn't even at that part.
All AI. But we live in that world. We've crossed me and Scott, he loves AI. He's been enamored by it. And we always joke, it's like, it's all speeding up towards the end, isn't it? And we've crossed the threshold where it's like, I don't know that it's funny anymore. It's been funny for like 2 years. I don't think it's funny anymore. It's too real.
Wait till the videos are you. Then it's like, oh no, that's what's happening with this. That's what they can do. So I'm going to make us serious again for a second. We got in the weeds here. I like it. It's your show. But I see people saying we're just shipping novelty seeds. That's something that I keep seeing in like all the ways around the shipping. There's no such thing as a novelty seed. I hate to be the ball buster there, but according to the Department of Agriculture in the United States, there is no such thing as a novelty seed. So that whole thing is not going to work. If you're shipping a seed, you're supposed to be registered. Any seed. If you are a private citizen shipping, if you send me a pack of seeds, technically you are supposed to register yourself with the Department of Agriculture before you send me a seed. That's technically how that's supposed to work. So anyone shipping a seed in the States is supposed to register with their state's Department of Agriculture. That's like the first step. So there's no such thing as novelty seed.
It's like the phytosanitary certificates and all sorts of different things.
If you want to ship so there's different categories like grass seeds and turf seeds and shrubs and tree seeds. Depending on where you are, ganja will fall. A hemp is what it'll be classified, or maybe in California and Colorado, it's ganja. But depending on where you are, it'll fall into a certain classification. You have to put that on your labeling. So there are requirements. It's not bird seed. It's not novelty seed. It's cannabis seed.
Yeah, the not for human consumption thing. The real problem is at the end of the day is that like we're trying to grow up. We're all in our 40s and whatnot now, or I'd like to stop. I always will tell my friends that are a little bit younger, I go, you need to stop hustling and start a business.
Right.
People be like, oh man, I bought up all this RAM. I got all this RAM I'm selling because RAM computer parts are all expensive right now. I go, but that's not, what is that going to do? In 40 years, are you going to look back on, oh man, that RAM scam I was doing, that really moved the foot? No. So we're trying to grow up. We're trying to start businesses. And it just knocks you in the dick when you find your little niche, you spend 10 years digging out a little bunker, and then, see, pretty much overnight, it just kind of gets nixed. It's no fun.
Yeah. Oh, you nailed it, bro. I've been working on this company since I've been solo. I left any other contracts, any other businesses in 2017 and been doing just Irie since 2017. So about 10 years, I've been digging this out. And one day they woke up and said, your shit ends. I didn't kill it. I didn't fail. I did a pretty damn good job, I thought. But now it's just because they changed the rules. It's over. So yeah, it is a stressful thing. And that's, you're right. I want to play by the rules. I've adjusted fully legally. I've got a website. I take credit cards. I've got lawyers. I pay fat, ridiculous taxes, like doing the best I can. And it's still just so many freaking hoops to jump through.
But as we said in the beginning, we have time. There's essentially, let's call it 10 and a half months to be fair. There's time. So make sure you guys, whether it's checking out the Irie Discord, doing whatever you got to do, I recommend that you go to Google, type in Irie genetics, find the path forward through there. We always got to be careful how we even say things.
Right.
It's once again, I love YouTube. I love it. I wish their angry bots weren't so angry, but you know, it is what it is. So type Irie genetics into YouTube, find the path out there,
Yeah.
and then you know, especially for people that are local, Colorado. Once again, we mentioned the DGC Cup. That might be one of the biggest exchanges of the year. You know, it's going to be very, very important as we go there.
Absolutely.
And I did notice here, Curly Green says, cool pendant. What do you got there? What do you got around your neck there?
This is it's a little tree of life dichro made by a dude named Boro Bardo. Shout out to Boro Bardo. It's a little tree of life because it's a big circle. Life is a big circle. You come up and you fall back to the dirt and you come back up again. It's a big tree of life. Thank you for noticing. I really like this, and Bardo deserves a shout out. This is a very low-key piece for Boro Bardo to make. I bought another piece and he sent me this one as a gift. So thank you. I love it when people notice my jewelry.
And isn't it? It's one of the things that you know, just because I'm really committing to that sort of lifestyle. Like you and I talked before the show got started. That I was talking with Extra Killer Kyle, and I was like, dude, I'm really giving into my religiosity on this weird coincidence. You know, DMT taught me the mystics of the universe, and I denied it for 10 years. It's 2012, 2013. I denied it, and then around 2023, I was like, you know, maybe. And then by 25, I'm like, bro, it's real. And then starting 26, I was like, I'm giving into it. That is what it is. And I said, there's 3 things that I have to do. I have to make sure I get my health in order. I have to start doing stand-up. I have to be less bogged down by chemicals and bad food. And I told him, I was like, bro, if I don't do this, I feel the universe is going to start kicking my ass. Well, as I open the show, you all have heard I've had my ass kicked recently. So I'm really giving into it. And it hurts my soul when I do give into it, because of certain things, like we're fighting this good fight and we're talking about this, but even within it, what'd you say? Things go up, things come down. It's all a circle. And so like giving into like, all right, perhaps there will become a time where we have to pivot out of whatever cannabis space, you know, and we're going to make the best out of that. And it's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be the start of a new world. But in the meantime, we're going to fight the goddamn good fight. Like I see Chunky just posted, like, you got the Irie Genetics 3.0. Dude Grows 3.0. It's like our badge of honor, you know, like 5.0, 6.0. Oh, that guy, the Grizzles veteran.
Oh yeah. It's like my Purple Hearts. And just because they're going to take away shipping and sales doesn't mean I'm going to be out of the industry or the business or the community. Dude, I'm never going anywhere. I grow weed, but even if I didn't make any money or had no one to sell seeds to, I would still produce and grow these seeds. I'd probably just give them away. I'm not going to say that because that's bad marketing, right? But I'll still make seeds forever. I'm breeding seeds right now in rooms that I don't even know if I'll ever have an opportunity to sell, but I will grow the shit out of them. Like that's just what I do.
It's the overgrow the government sort of thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like just studying business, studying the markets, understanding and looking at it from a non-biased position. Like, you know, there's reasons that these big corporations exist. There's a reason that these consolidated markets exist. Okay. Like no hard feelings. I get why it is. And you know, you can see what's happening there. The whole scrometing thing, the whole like alphabet cannabinoid hysteria, they're muddying the waters. I can't remember. There's like the 5 layers. There's like the early adopters. There's the fucking yada yada, and then it gets to the laggards. You know, there's all like, and so we've crossed like number 4, where like the grandmas are coming in. It's like once they cross the 5th stage, there's no coming back. So they saw we got to muddy the water. We have to tamp down all the people that are talking about this sort of thing. And so I get it. My hope is that we hunker down, keep our chins up, keep saying the right things that, you know, get us past the bots. And I do hope that they just want their market share. And then, because here's the thing, me and Jeff, we're just asking for scraps. We're not going to be $1 billion entities in this world. We don't want that. We don't need that. We're just looking for scraps. Can we just get some scraps? Can we have your scraps?
Keep me fed. I just want to go to Skankfest once a year and go see Fish a couple times a year. Keep me comfortable.
That's all I need. And shout out to Skank, guys. This is the thing about Jeff. He's one of my favorite humans out there. Between cannabis and comedy, you are a kindred soul out there. We've been talking about hanging out, but we got to commit to that one of these days. God damn it. Yes. The distance between us. Y'all down there in northern Mexico, as I call Pueblo. Pueblo is essentially northern Mexico. Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a car in the shop since Christmas. So as soon as that car gets back, bro, I'll get back on my feet. Imagine being out of car since Christmas. That hurts.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And I don't know which of the coups must have he saw your fucking or you saw some pictures of you and Daz at Skankfest. When I found out that Daz was at Skankfest, he went up like 2 levels. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Daz is like way cooler than I thought
Yeah.
he was.
We were hanging out just intermittently at Skankfest when we would see it. This was in Vegas a couple years ago, and I snuck a Puffco into Skankfest. I had a Puffco with me on Sunday, and I was walking into a showroom and saw Daz pre-seated on the floor. And so I just clicked the button. I just clicked the button on the Puffco, and I watched the line walk up, and it vibrated right when I got to him. And I go, hit that, it's ready. And he looks up and he goes, what the? And he just hits my Puffco, and he looks, I was like a dab angel, bro. I came out of nowhere with a Puffco. And I go, you got to hurry, the line's moving. And he rips the Puffco and gives it back, and I just wave, see you in a minute, bro. And they walked me up to a seat in the showroom, and everyone's like, did you just give that guy a bong hit? Just, is that an electric bong? It was so rad to have a Puffco inside the Skankfest for the last night. And you guys thinking about, what is Skankfest? It's a comedy festival. It's not what you think it is, but it also is everything.
It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's the Legion of Skanks. They I hold a torch for, guys like Kill Tony's blowing the F up right now, and rightfully so. Skank, the Legion of Skank guys, they kept the torch of dirty comedy alive. It was not cool 5 years ago to be saying certain jokes that now will get you 1 million views. Even your favorite, what's the good looking pretty boy that just does comedy like crowd work the whole time?
Matt Rife.
Yeah, Matt Rife. He could not exist 5 years ago. You couldn't say these things, and you wouldn't put him in that dirty comedy category, but he wouldn't be allowed to say those things. He'd be cancel cultured, and it was the guys like the Skanks holding it down. Love Big J, one of the legends. I love Lewis. We bald stick together.
Dave's cool. Dave Smith is cool too. So we got a little Legion of Skanks hand sign. That's our Legion of Skanks gang symbol, skank face.
Yes.
So,
Yes, it comes from Jay's lady. He's dating a girl. He goes, why don't you just go back to your Legion of Skanks?
Yep.
And he heard that, and he goes, oh, that's a catchy.
That is
a catchy little.
There's only one of these in existence. This is let me try to get it on camera. This is a Legion of Skanks dreadlock bead. There's only one of these in existence. I got this custom made at Skankfest by Taco Glass. Only one of these. So that's true skank life right there.
And Taco Glass, would that be Taco Jesus, or is that a different?
Yeah, that is Taco Jesus. Yeah, bro. That is Taco Jesus. They made this for me.
I hosted the first ever open cannabis comedy show in Colorado history. I can't say the United States, but I think I was up there at the Church of Cannabis.
Yeah.
And then I started a second show at Studio 420. And there's this glass blower, Taco Jesus, and he's like, "Hey man, could I try the, and it was a show, it wasn't an open mic, but I was like, hey, fuck it. After the show, if the crowd's still here, come up." He did 5 minutes and murdered.
Nice.
Everyone does great their first time. Everyone, and he started bombing precipitously after that as the weeks are going on, But Taco Jesus, he made me this like preposterous spoon. It's like this big. It's this giant spoon. It's like the scene in Inglourious Bastards where he's like, would you mind if I have my pipe? And he pulls out that like ridiculous pipe. That's like my spoon so shout out to Taco Jesus. He's a big supporter of cannabis and comedy and glass. Love that guy.
Yes. He was at Skankfest, blowing glass live at Skankfest in New Orleans this year.
Nice.
He's not directly linked, but he's somehow related to Zach Amico. His buddy,
Really?
His buddy Milky Way Glass, Dakota Milky Way Glass is Zach Amico's cousin. And Taco and Milky Way are partners in some way.
Zach Amico, another one of the skank, he's in the skank periphery. Yeah. It's just I got an awesome movie podcast. If you guys are into film, I love I don't watch movies, but I watch people talk about movies. It's like a weird quirk of mine. And so Zach Amico is the man. If you guys like dirty comedy that borders the line on offensive in all things, like I love guys like that when you border on the line of like, hey, I'm kind of gay, kind of not. I'm kind of just like in the world of like, you don't know what I am. And I love those people.
He's a juggalo, pro wrestler, trans, bi, comedian. Yeah, he's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I blow people's mind I lived with 2 trans couples for a year and a half. And people put me in like a right-wing category because I'm just a free speech guy. And I go, fuck you. I'm more woke than you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. And when you actually hang out with like these like, the alphabet mafia, as some people would call them, it's just like a lot of things. It's the talking heads that are the problem. It's the people making the most noise. Most of the people in these communities just want left alone and to like, just like, work and have sex and smoke weed and just like do their own thing and be left alone. That's the dirty secret of most groups. Most of the groups you hate, it's really just like the top 1% of loud assholes that you hate. Most people are actually really cool and like you'd get along with them if you just gave them a chance.
Was it Carlin who said the adults are just mad because the kids just want to do drugs and screw all day, and all the adults want to do is do drugs and screw all day?
Yeah. It's
What's
he also said, but between every cynic, you scratch the surface of a cynic, you find a disappointed optimist.
Truth.
Carlin, the prophet.
We snapped you out of your funk quick today. This is rad. I'm glad we put this together, bro.
Yeah, it's the reason that the late night smoke started. I always sit like all fucking hurt, but so lonely. I was like, if I turn the camera on, I could hang out with 400 of my closest friends and hang out with some of my closest personal friends. And yes, I count you amongst some of my. I don't get a lot of text messages checking on me in the world, but I got several from Rasta Jeff. You're a goddamn real one, Jeff.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I try to check on people. I learned it from Joey Diaz, honestly. Joey says, fucking check on a cocksucker, right? You never know. So check on a cocksucker once in a while and make sure you're doing all right.
It really is true, man. It really is true. It's funny how much this stuff actually can mean. I always tell people when they like are at events or anything, are like, I saw you, but I didn't want to come bother you. And I always make sure I say, come bother us. We do this for you guys.
Yep. Yeah, we're and you guys coming to bother us. That's feeding us. That's what feeds this. It doesn't look like a lot of work doing a podcast and being a social media, whatever you call it, but it's exhausting. Like we're just here. We're on right now. Like I want to look at my phone. I want to go do some, but I'm here and I'm not complaining, but it takes a lot of work. And you guys coming and giving us a hug and a fist bump and a high five and saying, hey, I watched the show and it's good. It helps me. Thank you. That's like putting coins into the machine. That just feeds us. It recharges us. It just
like Nada here. Big hugs from Brazil. What? Someone in Brazil is watching us? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm actually talking to this girl, Jana from Brazil. So if you got any good lines for me in Portuguese, drop me a comment on there because I'm bombing with her.
They're going to set you up for the best failure. You're going to tell her the dirtiest accidental stuff you've ever said. It's going to be awesome.
And I have to give a special shout out. I have to stop the train immediately. Love Robert Schimmel. When people would say, who's your favorite comedian ever? I'd say like popular. I'd say it's like Carlin. Modern popular, it's probably Tosh. And then my actual favorite, Robert Schimmel.
Wow.
Robert Schimmel's, he is one of the goats. I got to see him. He beat cancer, beat a heart attack, and I saw him live at the Funny Bone in Des Moines, Iowa. He did this whole presentation about how great life is, and you got to keep fighting. And he died in a car accident a week later.
Oh, man. That's a deep cut. Shout out to whoever said Bob Schimmel, and shout out to you, man. One of my first favorite, as an adult, one of my first favorite comedy bits I remember was when he's getting a colonoscopy and he farts and he said, does it smell like I farted in here? Or does it seem like it smells like I farted? That's great bit.
So many great. He goes to the dentist.
Don't die, Bob.
Don't die, Bob. He goes to the dentist and the dentist is like, all right, you're going to feel a little prick in your mouth. He goes, I'm not that fucked up yet, doc.
Yeah. Dude, Bob's great. Bob is great. The first comedy video to mess me up, I saw it way too young, was that Rodney Dangerfield's Young Comedian Special. I saw it way too early and it corrupted me, bro. I've been broken since then.
Yeah, two of my favorite jokes is Schimmel and Tosh. Schimmel has one about his kid. Like, how does a bear learn to ride a tricycle, Daddy? And he goes, it's easy. They nail his feet to the pedals and they beat the shit out of him. He's not riding, he's running. He's just attached to the bike. And then Tosh has the joke about Lindsay Lohan, where he goes, Lindsay Lohan's hot. Oh, I hate freckles. She looks like she got hit with shit through a screen door.
That's pretty good.
That's just mean.
That's
just mean.
Like
it's not even a joke. It's just mean, but I love it. Tosh.
That's terribly good.
Yeah. Fame is one of those interesting. I saw Tosh. I snuck into Simpson College in 1999 or some shit like that. And I saw him. And he just massacred, murdered. He's like, I'll be taking pictures downstairs if you guys want to. I go down there. He's standing all by himself.
Oh,
same man. 4 years later, what was it? 04-ish. He got his show, something like that. 05, can't remember exactly when. And then now he sells out stadiums with it. Fame is a weird thing.
Flies in a helicopter, sneaks in through a tunnel, does a show, back out. Yep.
Yeah. Whatever you guys do, if Uncle Grambo could give inspiration to any of you that do creative things, it's stupid till it's not. Just one day, one video, one joke, one freaking post, one tweet changes your whole life, man.
Yeah,
It's
look at
crazy.
Uncle Laser. Uncle Laser's out there doing it.
Uncle Laser, bro. Shout out to Jeremy from Three's Genetics. He's got like the laser moves. He works with a lot of laser strains. So of
Yep.
course he's like, oh, you gotta smoke my new stuff. It's Uncle Laser.
Yeah, and that dude, Uncle
Bro.
Laser's fire. I allegedly acquired some of that Uncle Laser, and it did not last long in my banger. It went quickly.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it
What's
went-
the dude that just rips off dice? I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like he's like
yeah, I don't agree. I know who you're talking about, so I feel bad even saying his name because he sort of does, but it's like it's Fonzie Dice, but it's new school. You're talking about Timmy No Breaks.
yes, Timmy No Breaks.
Yeah.
I love this guy. It's very reminiscent of certain old school comedians, especially at the Comedy Store.
Yes.
You know, but yes, the fucking I love Timmy No Breaks.
Yeah,
I look at him and I go, with my writing ability, if I had that confidence, I would just be the go. I gotta get some confidence, Jeff. Where do you get confidence?
You just got to swing it. You know what I mean? You're born with it, and you just swing it. Yeah. You're trying to push that 4-inch stone through that 4-inch pipe. That's why you're lacking confidence.
I'm trying to fucking. I'm squeezing all sorts of 6 millimeter things through pipes right now, bro. I know all about it, but I'm gonna get there someday, my friend.
You'll do it, bro. You'll do it. Just keep hanging out. We'll get you confident.
So before the Prime Directive strain drops, what's the new in the Irie world? What are you excited about?
So recently I put out a bunch of cream crosses. I took a reversed cream and pollinated a bunch of stuff, and they are fire. I've been posting pictures on social media. Out of all those, the cushies it's hard to choose. There's cushies and cream, super frosty, super cushy. There's Gassafras, one of the frostiest plants I have ever bred. That's root beer GMO to the cream, and it's crazy. And then I've got Bill Cipher, dude. Lemon Jeffrey to the cream is crazy. And then also I made a bunch of ice cream cake crosses. I reversed the ice cream cake, and a lot of that stuff doesn't even have names. I need a name for Lemon Jeffrey to ice cream cake. Oh God, my inbox is going to blow up. I also need a name for
blow him up. If you guys, this is the thing. If you come up with a really great name, he might take it. You know?
I just might. Yeah, we got Prime Directive came out on accident today. Lemon Jeffrey to ice cream cake needs a name. Gary Payton to ice cream cake needs a name. And also, I'm going through the vault finding all the old stuff. So sometimes I bred things and it only made 100 or 200 seeds, and I didn't feel like putting those on the website because that's not enough. That's just a tease. Well, now you guys are going to get all those tease packs. I'm going to package them up. If I don't feel super attached to it, I'm going to put them out so you guys can grow them, and they'll be on Irie Direct. It's taking a little time because I'm attached. Honestly, I get into the box of seeds and I get nostalgic. I'm like, oh, I remember when I made these. I can't sell those. Oh, I should. I can't. I should. So it's a fun game to play. It's a time portal, a time capsule in that seed box. But yeah, a lot of that's going to be on the website.
I started to think, like, I moved into a small apartment in downtown Denver, and I love my little apartment, but I just knew I went from like a 4-bedroom house to a little tiny apartment. And so I was like, I can't take all this. I started to prune stuff, and I would just look at giant crates, and I'd ask myself, what's in there? And I go, I don't know. And I go, then you don't need it.
Yeah.
Throw it away, you know? And so if you can't name everything in there, you know, we're dying, Jeff. We got to pass on the funk while we can.
That's it, dude. Yep. And you can't take all this fun shit with me. Somebody asked, what do you have to show for your work? And I was like, bro, I've done things. I didn't buy. I mean, I have a couple great things, but I've done a lot of shit, dude. And I've been focusing more on doing than having. It's
that is
energy.
As the world becomes, every generation, like, definitely like the Bay of Pigs generation in the Cold War, like they were like, oh, this is crazy. When World War II popped off, that was a crazy time. World War I, crazy time. The invention of the printing press, crazy time. After like those giant things, I think we might be we're going to be the first generation that isn't the apex intelligence on Earth. Like, that's going to be so weird.
Yeah.
It's already weird.
Dude, it's so weird. It's fun. It's fun, weird, scary. Remember when old people used to be like, you're just a scared old person? Dude, we're starting to be those scared old people, because who knows, like, we're not going to be able to tell the difference between AI and the truth. And it's going to be scary. I mean, we're
not just that. I think of, like, there was this thing that happened, like like there was the Manhattan Project, right? They cracked the atom, they figured out how to make bombs out of it. But then the Enola Gay, you had to take big dumb airplanes and fly them in, and like getting hit like flak all the time, And so, but it just so happened while the Manhattan Project's over here, there's this other group working on intercontinental ballistic missiles. And your chocolate got into my peanut butter, and it was just this like thing of like, hey, now we got these nukes. And so while AI is over here doing its thing, AI is so crazy. Over here is cheap robotics. And so like, and I see that's like, oh God, we're going to be sticking super intelligence into indestructible robot bodies. And you're going to be able to buy one for $500. It's going to be everywhere. We're doing Terminator. Like, I don't want to say we're doing Skynet, but bro, we are doing Skynet.
Yeah. We've all seen Skynet and Terminator. Yeah. We're going to have a robot that when we get done pounding it, it's going to do our dishes for us. And then when it gets done doing the dishes, it might murder you because it's tired of getting pounded.
And you ever listen to epic rap battles? Like they were popular back in the day. Barack Obama versus Bill Clinton. Yeah. And so they had Hal from Space Odyssey on there as one. And he had this line where he's like, in your lap and in your pocket, how you going to shoot me down when I got the rocket?
Wow.
And it's just always stuck in my head for 20 years. How you going to, in your lap and in your pocket, how you going to shoot me down when I got the rocket?
That's crazy. Yeah. That's scary. Yeah.
What are we doing? It's Jeff Goldblum. You were so concerned if you could, but you never asked if you should. God damn you, good looking bastard.
We got to keep going, bro. I've drank a bunch of caffeine, so we got to do at least another 2 more hours.
2 more hours. Shit, I'm gonna need. Where's Uncle Laser when I need him?
Yeah, bro. We never mind. I was gonna say we call him Uncle Laser Pointer, and if you went to Skankfest, you saw why.
Okay. I'm dying to know what that means, but that's for the after show.
That is for the after show. I also watched Uncle Laser get beat up by Jason Ellis in a boxing match. Jason Ellis knocked the snot out of Uncle Laser. That was quick and easy.
We live in a weird world where like combat sports, like have taken over so much that entertainers just fight each other. I watched this stupid gaming channel called Game Grumps. It's just Aaron Hansen and fucking Dan Avedon. Funny guys, play retro video games, just kind of do improv and joke around. And homie's in a boxing match getting the shit beat out of him by the guy from Epic Mealtime. I'm like,
oh, nice. Yeah, the world is weird, right? Remember when like Vanilla Ice and somebody else fought? That used to be like super uncommon, but now it's like
Anya Harding fought somebody.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I forgot about all those. And now it's just common. Like on Friday night, Mike Tyson is gonna fight Jake Paul. You're like, wait, what? What kind of matrix are we in?
We've all seen the conspiracy videos about that. It's weird. You'd always see these clips of like Mike ducking on in the inside and like coming across. And there's like twice where he came across in there and he's just like his chin's just sitting there. Right? But here's the thing, you give me an opportunity to throw a fight one night, I get to make millions of dollars. I can stand here and say like, oh, I've got morals. I don't care.
Well, I have morals, but when it comes to $4 million, they're swayable. Like I'd take a couple punches from Tyson for, I don't know. I've been hit in the head before and it made me retarded for months, but maybe a body shot for.
My kid is 6 and she always like when she makes a mistake, she'll go, stupid. And I like stop. It's like, stop doing that. It's like your noggin's important, little girl.
Right. Stop you need all those. You came from me. You need all the brain cells you got.
You need all of them. But then, this thing having a 6-year-old, I go, like, will she drive? This is 10 years until she would get her permit to be able to start driving. Will we be driving in 10 years? Her graduation date's 2034.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't know what
will it just be automated cars?
For 2037, actually, even worse. 2037, the class of 2037. What's her life like? Fuck if I know.
Yeah. Does she just implant the USB stick in the back of her neck to learn a new language?
Man, Scotty always tells a story about getting allegedly his brother Trip was getting some very strong lysergic acid of diethylamide from a guy, and they all took it in a party, and it was just quiet for like 10 minutes, and this guy just stands up and he goes, resist the chip. This is like 1993 or something. He goes, resist the chip. So we always say resist. Bro, we're not resisting the chip. Remember the cell phones? I'll never have a U.S. government tracking device monitoring all my speech and whereabouts everywhere. And now we all do. We're all getting chipped.
Oh, we go in and post where we are every hour and a picture of what we're doing there and who we're with and what we bought. And they don't need to track us. We're telling them.
Yeah, we're gonna need human blockchain, like literally the way the blockchain, like we're gonna mint, like when I put out a podcast, when you put out a tweet, when we do anything, we're gonna have to mint it through the blockchain. We have to go all through the steps, and that way you can see, like, did Rasta Jeff actually participate in the naked roast at Skankfest?
Right. Or is
Probably.
this just more AI? Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably. Oh man, I want to talk about pube dreads so bad right now, but we're I'm not even gonna go there.
Wow.
You think the dreads on his head are long? Wait till you see his.
Man.
Yeah.
No, it's 2026, bro. It's like mostly it's pretty close to tile floors.
My man. That's I always ask girls. I always say shaved, groomed, or completely wild.
What do you do if they say completely wild?
Well, just and that's a bummer for them. They, I'm still gonna do what I need to do, but they don't get to.
Them. Yeah,
I'm a talented man, Jeff. I have many. I strive for excellence in all my various trades.
I'm not sure how much the listeners want to know right now.
Put the poo emojis in chat. High Plains Bud gets it.
Chat is wild tonight. I'm trying not to pay attention because it's distracting, but they're great. They show a lot of love. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Where are you guys?
Shout out to all you guys. We love you guys. You seriously, once again, hope to see you at all the events. DGCcup.com. Get the tickets. Come hang out with us. It's one of the easiest places. I don't make a nickel from it, but I also don't participate in it. I don't set it up. I don't come to the meetings. I don't talk about it. I don't know nothing about nothing. It's just I'm a fan just like anyone else. I show up. I show up and I go up. It's open mic style. Maybe I'll do some comedy this year. They've been putting pressure on me because they've actually realized they've been seeing my stand up. They go, Grambo, you're actually funny. And I go,
yeah, you have your moments.
It happens.
Yeah,
I have my moments.
I remember you told a joke. Scotty Real. The only thing, Scotty Real. The only thing real about this, they'll do anything to not get a job. I forgot what it was.
It was Scotty Real growers, real buckets. The only thing this guy doesn't want is a real job.
That's it. Yes. It's a good joke, buddy. It's a good joke.
Yes.
And I was going to say, just listen for Grambo. You can hear Grambo at the DGC Cup. He's got a voice that just carries for miles.
Do I?
Listen, you will hear Grambo. Yeah, I never have to go looking for you. I just go over there. He's over there. Grambo is over there.
Yeah, and just follow the pretty girls around, and then they'll bring you to the Irie Genetics booth. That's how I always find Jeff.
I know nothing, but yeah, shout out to Katie. Katie Ann Peterson likes to come hang out. Shout out to Jess.
Oh, shout out to Katie. She was just at the reserve. I missed her. She was hanging out with Kyle and Bubble Man at the reserve. Bubble Man came in to hang out with Adam Dunn. And so go check out the Adam Dunn show. Support all your favorites, cannabis content creators. Subscribe to Grambo Grows, the fucking Grow from the Heart podcast. You guys need to go over there and you got to hit the subscribe button. This is the thing. YouTube serves up content. You log on, you open up your phone, you open up your TV browser, and there's the show that you want to see. You don't even realize you're not subscribed. And then all of a sudden they go, "Oh, Jeff, you didn't put out a video this week." And you go, "Yeah, I did. It just didn't serve it to you this week." So you got to hit that subscribe button. CM, smash that like button. I've coined smoke that like button, and it's catching on. The kids out there are that's me.
Well, take a big dab of the subscribe button or something for me.
Yeah. I say smoke that like button, subscribe if you vibe. You see that share button, roll this video up and pass it to a friend because sharing is caring.
Wow, bro. You should sell
like a professional YouTuber or something.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, you should sell ShamWows or some stuff.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, I will bite a hooker.
Not too many people get that. I love it. We should do some fake, what are they called? Infomercials for some seeds. That'd be really funny.
I'm down. Let's do anything fun. Like the next time you're in town, once you get your car fixed, you're in town. You're invited over to the reserve. It's over right across the baseball field, right across the street from Coors Field. We got a fucking 8,000 square foot cannabis mansion, and only classy people that are into money, women, and
cannabis
and weed. Money, women, and weed. Oh, we just want scraps. Give me your scraps. Come get some scraps. Y'all got some scraps.
Y'all got some scraps over here.
That's my new motto. Watch for the Grambo Grows shirts. Y'all got some scraps.
We need to drag you out of that apartment and take you to a comedy show is also what needs to happen.
That is exactly what needs to happen. I told you my deal with the universe. 3 of those are real easy. Working out, I can do push-ups at home. Man, going up, especially because after doing the road, I had 30 minutes of steel. And now I go up on stage and bombs. I don't always bomb because I got a couple like bangers that like can get me out of any jam. But I can't even do 10 minutes strong now. So it's just like, I have to go suck again.
I've written a bunch of jokes for people, but I don't have a minute. So if you put me on Kill Tony for a minute, I'd have to stutter for 30 seconds. Yeah.
There you go. You're gonna love my nuts. And shout out to the Whitest Kids fans, the jism. The jism. It soaks it up, cleans it up, throw it at the wall, it sticks. The jism.
There's some great comments. People giving their moms hugs, taking fat dabs. You guys are savages. Thank you.
Savages. That's why I love this community, Jeff. I know you're all chock full of caffeine, but Uncle Grambo Laser is running out of steam. So as we've come here, I think it's time to land this plane, my friend.
Let's do it, bro. Let's bring this bitch back to earth. Thanks for watching. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me pull you out of your funk. That's cool.
Thank you for pulling me out of my thunk, and thank you for coming on and saving the day. I would have stayed on the couch being a hump, and I can't even order my Uber Eats because it's snowing. And I had texted this girl, I'll send you a car. Come on over. She said, I got to clean my friend's mom's house. What the fuck? Come clean my house, lady.
That's yep.
Yep.
Decisions were made, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Decisions were made. So you guys know what it is. You all know who Rasta Jeff is. You know how to find him. I recommend you open up the google.com. You type in Irie Genetics. You type in Irie Direct. You're going to find what you need to find. Head over to Discord. Find the Irie page over there. Chunky Nugs, he's the man. He's over there holding it down for and shout out to you, Chunky Nugs. Thank you for everything you do for this community. I told him I was going to make him one of the goddamn cool kids, and son of a bitch, he's one of the coolest kids out there.
Someone's sending you a car in the comments, bro, so you better get ready.
Send me a car. I will get in. Car,
you better get in that.
Because it's 2x right now. They're charging double right now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Come on.
Take that ride. See what happens, dude. Make a documentary out of it. Here's what happened when some random viewer sent me an Uber.
Dude, I have a feeling like 1 year from now, that is like literally, that's going to be like my breaking viral content. Is I got cornholed by a fan. Here's how it happened.
Well, you're just signing up for it at this point. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was so easy.
Look, after the week I've had, Jeff,
it's going to be the least of your worries. You won't even notice.
It's the least of my worries. I'm just going to become a fentanyl zombie. Oh, Joshy Cornhole.
I was trying to get out of here before it got too weird, and we're taking turns, brother.
Dude, when it gets to an hour, this show turns into a pumpkin, a big, dirty, goo-filled pumpkin.
It's what my Discord feels like after about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Discord feels, you're like, ooh, I don't know if I'm allowed to be in here. Need protection.
Well, to quote Mike Dunton, I am weed.
I like it. No, weed, I've been growing you for a while.
I am weed. I am the one who knows. That was a meme I wanted to create. It's like vasectomy. Aren't you worried about STDs? And I go, I am the one who knocks. But no, that's not funny.
I like hot sauce.
Good.
That's a red weed. That's to go with the STD.
I am weed. All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much for coming on late, pulling me out of the funk. I love you, my friend, and I can't wait to see you IRL very soon, smoking weed and going to see some comedy.
That's the truth. We'll do it very soon. Guys, thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for all the likes and subscribes I'm going to get from this.
You the man. All right, later, buddy.
Peace and love, bro.
All right, guys, we did it. Put in the, I always say it's like, I never feel like I'm going to make it past like 40 minutes on these sons of bitches. And then, God, the vibes get going and have the best fucking time. So before we get out of here, I got to shout out. Thank you, Tall Boy, throwing the 5 gift subs down and the extra $2. Every little bit goes a long way, my friends. And shout out to Canorado Chris and Mo Grows. If you guys don't know, they've experienced way more hardship. That's another thing that's kind of made me reflect on my life. It's like life can get tough. And make sure you go over the seeds, the H2S C2 Harvest S2H podcast. Go give them a follow. Canorado Chris, Mo Grows. That's my family. Mo helps me with all things from getting my taxes done to help me get furniture for the reserve to literally everything and anything. I love that woman, and she helps me so much. So all this money from the gift subs, the super chats, they all go towards the Mo Grows Fund, helping me dig myself out of the pits. Mr. Free Kill, thank you for the 5 months. Chonky Nugs, once again, one of the coolest kids of the coolest kids. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Holy Toledo, HT, Juggernaut, love you, buddy. Chunky Nugs, once again, you've been here since the beginning. LJ Jones throwing the 5 gift subs down. And how did I miss this? Chunky Nugs throwing $20. What are you, rich? This kid's crazy. He says, I love Rasta Jeff. I'm gonna take a fat dab and give my hug. I don't know. Rasta Jeff, here is your invitation for Seeds for Charity. Seeds for Charity, the seedsman guys over there. I'm sure Rasta Jeff would be down. You know how to find him. But thank you, my buddy. And then Tall Boy throwing the $2 down. I honestly appreciate you guys. Thank you so freaking much. Yes, this has been an amazing show. I had so much fun with you guys. You know what this is. My name's Josh GRAMBO. This has been the Late Night Smoke. There's nothing but good vibes up in here. And I will see you Tuesday for Jug Dealers, Wednesday for Dude Grows Live, and right back here with another awesome member of the cannabis community for the GRAMBO Grow Show next Sunday. So I love you guys. We ended everything. I took time out of my day to make the outro. Shout out to you, Y-Files fan. And lizard people inspired this ending. Love y'all. Thank you guys so much. And peace out.
He's the man with the can with the punchline grin. Shred licks lit while the grow lights spin. From dude grows to Jug Dealers rides. He's mixing jokes, chords, and cultivation guides. And it's clean, green screen sight. And that theme song hits just right at night. Comedian, grower, and vibe technician. GRAMBO's the go on a ganja mission. Cannabis vibe all around this place, with the riff that burns and a beat with bass. From the buds to the laughs to the grow room glow, we salute Josh GRAMBO. Everybody knows, blaze it loud, pass it loud, let the good times roll. Tell a friend, roll it up, that's how we grow. He's the man who does it all, shredder, sage, and scene. The ordained OG of the cannabis dream. Click play on the channel, hear cannabis vibe. Theme song thumping like a session come alive. Shout out to the artist who composed that gold. GramBo brings warmth even when the grow room's cold. High def laughs keep the whole crew alive. Gives love to the ones who help his art thrive. And now he's ordained, yeah, the holy stoner. Tie the knot while he rips out sweet leaf in the nose. Blaze it loud, pass it loud, let the good times roll. Tell a friend, roll it up, that's how we grow. He's the man who does it all, shredder, sage, and scene. The ordained OG of the cannabis dream. Click play on the channel, hear cannabis vibe. Theme song thumping like a session come alive. Shout out to the artist who composed that gold. GramBo brings warmth even when the grow room's cold. High def laughs keep the whole crew alive. Gives love to the ones who help his art thrive. And now he's ordained, yeah, the holy stoner. Tie the knot while he rips out sweet leaf in the corner. Do you take this trade to be a lifelong high? He'll bless your bud for your vows, folks.